This animal fears nothing. It will fight a lion, raid a beehive, and take on a cobra alone. But its greatest weapon is not its claws. It is a partner. At dawn, the old badger wakes hungry. He has one thing on his mind this morning, something sweet, hidden, and very well defended, and he cannot find it alone. Then he hears it, a chattering call from the trees, a small brown bird flicking its wings, calling directly to him. This is the honeyguide, and it knows exactly where the treasure is. This is one of the strangest partnerships on Earth. The bird knows where the honey is, but cannot open the hive. The badger can smash any hive, but cannot find them. Alone, both go hungry. Together they are unstoppable. And now the fearless one goes to work. Bees swarm, stings rain down, but his thick, loose skin shrugs off almost all of them. He does not slow, he does not stop. He simply climbs and tears the hive apart. He eats his fill of the sweet comb, and when he finally moves on, he leaves the rest behind, because he knows somehow that the little bird must be paid. This is the deal that binds them. But the honeyguide is only one of the fearless one's secret allies. As he travels the savannah, hunting and digging, he leaves a trail of destruction behind him. Overturned earth, torn open burrows, scattered insects. And that trail does not go unnoticed. Other animals have learned to follow this little wrecking machine, to feed on everything he stirs up. The hawk rides above him, the jackal trails behind, each one snatching the prey he flushes from the ground. To them, this fearless digger is a walking meal ticket, and the badger tolerates them because their sharp eyes and keen ears give him something valuable in return. Extra warning of the dangers he cannot always see himself. It is a loose and messy alliance, nothing like the tidy trade with the honeyguide. But it works, and it reveals something surprising about this famously solitary, famously aggressive animal. For all his fearlessness, the honey badger is rarely truly alone. Wherever he goes, other creatures gather around him, and he lets them. But the fearless one's day is about to take a deadly turn. Digging into a burrow in search of a meal, he uncovers something far more dangerous than an insect. Coiled in the dark, disturbed and furious, is one of Africa's most venomous snakes, a cobra, and it strikes before he can even react. What follows is a battle few animals could survive. The cobra strikes again and again, and this time one bite lands. Venom that could kill a much larger animal.
The cobra strikes with lethal intent.
Body, but the honey badger
this is no ordinary
like
opponent.
No other creature on
its
Earth,
skin is
and
thick,
even now,
its will
poisoned,
unbreakable.
He does not back down. He has won, but the venom is spreading. Moments after the fight, the fearless one begins to sway. His legs buckle, his eyes glaze, and he collapses onto his side in the dust, completely still. For any other animal, this would be the end. The venom has shut his body down. But the honey badger is not like other animals. His body has evolved an extraordinary resistance to venom, one of the most powerful in the entire animal kingdom. And so, instead of dying, he simply sleeps it off. For hours, he lies there as his remarkable body fights the poison from the inside. And then, astonishingly, he wakes. He staggers to his feet, shakes the dust from his fur, and within minutes, he is walking again as if nothing had happened. He has done what almost no other animal on Earth could do. He has survived a bite that should have killed him and simply carried on with his day. And he is not alone in his recovery. Through it all, the honey guide has stayed nearby, waiting in the trees, because their partnership is far from over. There are more hives out there, and the bird still needs its fearless partner to open them. As the badger moves on, the little bird takes up its chattering call once again. The bird leads him to a second hive, and once again the fearless one climbs and tears and feasts. But this time, as he eats, something is watching him from the long grass, a predator far larger and far more dangerous than any cobra, and this one is not interested in honey. But the fearless one has an ally the leopard did not count on. High in the tree, the honeyguide sees the danger first. It bursts into a sharp, urgent alarm call, completely different from its guiding chatter. The badger has learned to trust this bird with his life, and he does not hesitate. He spins to face the grass. The leopard is 5 times his size, but the honey badger does the only thing he knows how to do. He attacks. He charges straight at the giant cat, snarling, biting, a whirlwind of fury and claws. And the leopard, startled by such insane aggression from such a small animal, hesitates. It is enough. A leopard hunts to eat, not to be maimed. A honey badger's bite can crack bone, and its loose skin makes it almost impossible to pin down. Faced with this screaming, biting fury, the great cat decides the meal is simply not worth it. It turns, and it slinks away into the grass, defeated by an animal a fraction of its size. Without the bird's warning, the leopard's ambush might have succeeded.
The badger devours the rich
head
honey,
buried in a
leaving
hive,
the wax
blind
for its
and
avian
distracted.
partner.
That single alarm call gave him the fraction of a second he needed to turn and fight. Once again, the smallest partner had saved the fiercest fighter, and once again, both would share the reward. As the sun begins to set, the fearless one finally turns for home. He has raided 2 hives, survived a cobra's venom, and driven off a leopard, all in a single day. And through all of it, his small allies were with him, guiding, warning, and sharing in his victories. The badger walks on, full and battle-worn, into the golden evening. The honey badger is famous for one thing above all others, its fearlessness, the animal that backs down from nothing. But look closer at his day, and a different story appears. The bird that finds his food, the hawk that follows his digging, the alarm call that saves his life. For all his ferocity, the fearless one is woven into a web of alliances he could not survive without. We love the honey badger because it seems to need no one. It fights lions, shrugs off venom, and fears nothing that walks the earth. But the real secret of the fearless one is not that he stands alone. It is that even the bravest animal in Africa survives in the end through trust, through partnership, and through the smallest of allies. Tomorrow, the fearless one will wake and do it all again. He will hunt and dig and fight whatever crosses his path. And somewhere in the trees, a small brown bird will be waiting, ready to call him to the next hidden treasure, ready to begin their strange and ancient partnership all over again. All across the savannah, the same hidden truth holds. The buffalo and its birds, the elephant and its egrets, and even the fearless honey badger, the animal that fears nothing, quietly depending on the little bird that finds his food and the sharp eyes that warn him of danger. Nowhere in the wild does anything truly survive alone. So the next time you hear that the honey badger fears nothing, remember the rest of the story. Remember the little bird calling from the trees. Remember the warning that turned a leopard away. The bravest animal in Africa is brave, yes, but he is also never truly alone, and that more than his fearlessness may be the real reason he survives. The fearless one, kept alive by a bird you could hold in one hand. That is the real secret of survival in the wild. If this story made you see the honey badger differently, subscribe to Nature's Cleaners, because behind every fearless fighter there is a smaller, quieter partner, and their stories are only just beginning.